30.
20.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition sequence start.
This is just the beginning.
Are you ready?
Here comes the best part.
1, 2, 3,
Go.
Life Matters, a 5-time winner of the best morning show in Wisconsin. Hosted by Nancy Douglas and Tom Giovanoni.
All of you, get ready.
Life Matters begins on Lake 96.1.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
We have a big show.
We do.
Remember this
Another one.
Yes, remember this is the brand new extended version of Life Matters, as we have a new segment at the end of the show.
It's my favorite version.
Yes, brought to you by the Lake Geneva Business Improvement District. It's called, drumroll please, Main Street Messages.
That's kind of cool.
Yes, and Alex.
Catchy title.
It is. I made that up. And
Well done.
Alex Benanti, she is the executive director over at the bid, and she is our host for that. She and I ask questions of each other and also of guests, and she is going to explain a little bit more today about the bid.
Oh, nice.
And kind of what they do and where they are, how they got there, just different things you need to know about
they
the
work,
bid.
all that stuff.
Next week we have a guest. And
Wow,
so,
we're going
she'll be
places.
very excited about that. Next week we have Daniel. He is the artist that did is doing, actually, it's not even done yet, the mural over on the library.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So, anyway,
Love
but
those
this
things.
week Alex is going to talk a little bit more about the bid and what they do and just, history, things like that. That's coming up at the end of the show. But in the meantime, we have a couple of people. I don't know who they are. I'm just kidding.
We got a Sam.
Let's find here's my paperwork. Vanessa from Timber Ridge is coming. She is the operations manager. She's the manager of operations.
Important job. Very important job.
Yes, for Timber Ridge over at the Grand Geneva. And wow, what a cool job. Hello.
Yeah.
Huh.
Busy.
Yeah,
Couldn't imagine.
I know. And then we also have somebody else that I have no idea who it is. Where's my paper? I'm just kidding. I know. I just have to read his name so I don't do it wrong.
You're talking about Sam Asgarian.
Yes, Sam Asgarian. I wanted to get the last name right because it looks
did I?
tricky. You did, but it looks tricky, and it's really not.
Well, yeah, if you say it the way it's spelled, it's kind of like
Sam
Giovanoni.
Asgarian.
It just kind of rolls right out there.
Exactly. You did very good.
Thanks.
He's the vice president of clinical development for and screening for Guardant Health, and he actually invented a new blood test to help detect colorectal cancer, colon cancer.
Right. I can't wait to talk to this guy.
I'm sure. I know.
I know where you're going.
I know how much you love that test.
Stinks.
So
hey.
nobody likes that test.
No.
Dude.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Fact.
Although I will say this, that when you get a colonoscopy, it's a really good nap.
Oh, yes.
It's one of the best naps you'll ever take. It's
It
not
is.
very long.
It starts out kind of rough.
Starts out rough, and you deserve that nap,
Oh, yeah.
but it is
And whatever food you want to eat.
And then afterwards, you can eat whatever you want.
I
go
get
crazy.
a Whopper every time.
Oh, do you?
I don't eat fast food.
Well, you're
I really,
probably
honestly don't.
protein low, although
Right.
I'm not sure how much
But
protein is in a
the
Whopper.
first
but-
one I had, Amy said, "What do you want to eat?" And I said, "I want a Whopper." So every time she gets me a Whopper on the way home from the doctor. Every time I wake up several hours later with a cold Whopper and a flat soda, but I eat it and
Doesn't
drink it
matter.
anyways.
It's just the best food you've
That's
ever
right.
had. That's right.
Just happy to be alive.
That's right. Well, Sam came up with a test. He invented a test. It's actually FDA approved and everything. It's called the Shield, and it helps detect colorectal cancer. It's a blood test instead of the other one.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. And so he's going to talk to us about that and its availability and everything. And then coming up after that, we have Vanessa. There is all kinds of stuff going on at the Grand Geneva.
Shocker.
Always.
Right.
But in the
All the
fall, there's a whole lot of stuff
Yeah.
because we also
We're gonna be busy.
have Christmas coming and things like that. And there's tons of holiday stuff for
Right.
families and adults and children. And so she's going to fill us in on all that. And we've been neighbors at the Oktoberfest celebration
right.
in downtown Lake Geneva. Timber Ridge has a booth there. You can sign up to win a birthday party,
We're going to win that.
among other things. Yes, that's just what we need is a birthday party, like
That's-
a kid's birthday
yeah.
party at.
Well, you can act like
I
kids,
bet
can't you?
you can do adult. I bet
I
anybody
bet they
could win
could.
it. So anyway, so we've been neighbors. Of course, we have been down. I've been down there. You were there yesterday a little bit, but I've been down there at Oktoberfest. Of course, we have little leg races.
I was going to say, you do have a job to do.
I have a job to do. It's the most terrible job. Just kidding. It's not terrible at all. I get to do all the cute dogs. We run Doxy and Corgi races at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
Nice.
And so make sure you get down there for that. But plus, we've got all kinds of other stuff going on at Oktoberfest. This is a fantastic layout this year. It's in Flatiron Park. Plus, there's a pumpkin walk. Dory, everybody knows Dory, the pumpkin carver. She has carved all kinds of pumpkins, and so there's all kinds of beautiful pumpkins down there downtown. Stores have sales, things like that. And then, of course, the normal Oktoberfest stuff. Stein hoisting is today. There is a pie eating contest.
That's right. We got some local celebrities in that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, some local celebrities that you're very familiar with from here on the show as well. So make sure you head down to Oktoberfest today. Doors open, I believe, at 11. I don't know because I have to go straight from here. So
right.
But it's a great time. We're having a very good time.
I got to head home for a birthday party today.
Yes, whose
right.
birthday? Wait a minute. I thought we told these kids they were not allowed to get older.
Yeah, well,
because they're too cute the way they are.
Fat chance of that happening. So it's Caden's birthday today.
Whoa, Caden!
Yep, Dylan's oldest son. Caden's going to be 10.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
so we're going to
God.
be hitting it hard this afternoon.
I guess.
Celebrating his birthday.
Yeah.
Having a good time. So Caden, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Aw.
Yeah, we'll see you this afternoon and we'll tear it up.
Sure, yeah. Oh, that's going to be fun.
It will be.
Will there be cake?
There will be cake. There will be a lot of stuff.
Huh.
It'll be total mayhem.
Oh, good.
You may not find me for a while. I may be out in the garage.
That's normal.
Or I may have a bunch of kids in a trailer running across fields with the quad.
I was going to say, there's a lot of kids now.
Yep, there is. But I got a big enough trailer for all of them.
Oh, good. Okay.
Just stuff them all in.
Just put them all in there.
Yep. See how many we can lose.
Right.
No, I don't do
Just
that.
be careful of the
They do
girls.
love it, though.
Yeah.
Lincoln comes up all the time. Can we
I
go
bet.
for a trailer behind the quad?
Oh, my God.
Sure.
It's like a hayride.
It is.
Year-round hayride.
They yell hey all the time. Every bump I hit, hey!
Right.
I kill me sometimes.
Anyway, you do. You're hilarious. So, but we're going to get on with it today. Once again, don't forget that you can listen to us on Spotify if you miss any of the show or all of the show, which I don't know why you would do that, but you can catch the show on Spotify on Monday morning or at like961.com. What?
I'll tell you why you should do that.
Why?
Because I tested out the new show last week, Splitting Wood. And an hour and a half show gets me a lot of wood split.
Got it.
So it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
excellent.
Great to work to.
Excellent. Great to work to.
Well, it's work, but it's enjoyable.
Listening or chopping wood?
Listening while I'm splitting wood.
Okay.
It's way much fun.
It's enjoyable. Got it.
It is
Okay.
enjoyable.
All right. It's a lot of work to listen to the show. Well, you're here.
It's not a lot of work to do the show or listen to it.
Okay. All right.
Easiest job I
We
ever
do have
had.
a lot of fun. We definitely do have a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, Sam is coming up. Sam Asgarian. He's going to be next right here on Life Matters. We'll be back right after these messages on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Welcome back to Life Matters. Now, we have a special guest today. He's on the phone. And this is kind of interesting because I think that first of all, everybody has had or known somebody that has had some kind of experience with the C word, cancer.
Yes.
Specifically, I think that I read recently, and maybe our next guest can also elaborate on that a little bit. I feel like younger people are getting diagnosed with colon cancer maybe more often. Perhaps that's because before, younger people maybe didn't really think that they should be kind of looking for that. Now they are, but or they're just, something's going on and maybe they're getting it more often. But regardless, no matter what age you are, colon cancer needs to be a number one item at the very top of your list to get screened for. So we have Sam Asgarian joining us this morning. He's the Vice President of Clinical Development and Screening for Guardant Health. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, so we are happy to have you. Now, Sam is a physician but he invented or created, I'm not sure exactly how you would put that, something called, it's a test for colon cancer. It's a blood test called the Shield. And he's going to explain a little bit about that. But first of all, give us a little bit of your history, Sam, and how you got in. Because you're a doctor, are you actually practicing medicine still? Or are you just doing all of these great things with creating new tests for us to find cancer sooner?
No, I wish I had that much time left, but no, I kind of had that tough decision to make about a decade ago of leaving clinical practice and not being able to see patients one at a time. But thankfully, because of the work that I am doing, really, truly kind of giving physicians and now millions of their patients these types of tools. And so I still get that satisfaction that I wish I did, when it came to treating and hopefully curing. It's just different. And so it's kind of a neat journey for me. I think I went in as a very idealistic person who wanted to be a primary care provider. That's all I did. I was internal medicine. I was very, very idealistic in that I wanted my own private practice and I wanted to treat people in the community. And really things have changed so much in our healthcare system, and that's just not the model anymore. And so I kind of made this decision to see if I could improve the model, right? Not be one of those people who complains about it all the time, and really kind of deliver precision medicine to primary care doctors and more doctors across the country.
So the Shield is the first blood test that screens for colon cancer, which doesn't necessarily mean that you don't Tom's looking at me like, yay, we don't have to get the other test.
Every time you think of colon
you do
cancer,
still, right?
You think of, the whole prep and all the disgusting stuff with that and 2 days out of your life.
Mm-hmm. But I think that you still have to do that. But this is the first blood test to screen, for colon cancer. So, Sam, talk to us a little bit about why colon cancer screening is so important.
It's very important, right? This is one of those where what I'm about to tell you is upside down, and it shouldn't be what I'm going to describe. But statistically, in the United States, colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the country, right? This is annually, we lose over 50,000 Americans to colorectal cancer. And now's the part that doesn't make sense. When it's found early at stage 1, it has a 91% survival rate.
Wow.
So this should not be a cancer that we're seeing these types of mortality rates on, right? This should be something that we're detecting and hopefully we're curing. We're giving people 9 out of 10 odds to survive it. The problem is it's one of those that spreads and spreads quickly. So when you get it at late stage, when you find it at late stage, your odds of survival drop all the way down to 13%.
Oh my gosh.
And so this is really, really critical for why it's important to get screened. You can get in a car accident and your odds of survival are going to increase by putting on your seatbelt. And this is what that is. This is a seatbelt for your odds of survival of colorectal cancer, is just to get screened.
Well, and what I said about younger people, right? So I think that colon cancer is something that young folks don't really pay much attention to, right?
I think that's changing.
I would hope
really
so.
do. Yeah, because I think there's a lot more knowledge about it. It's more out there in the public, and people are paying attention to it, because I didn't realize the percentage was that high. But
right. Yeah.
It's
scary.
Growing. It is. And, so it's one of the, and I agree 100% that it's changing. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take things like a blood-based test like Shield for people to kind of change their minds. But 5 years ago, the guidelines, the screening guidelines for colorectal cancer were if you were 50 years or older, you should get screened. Today, they're now 45 years or older. And I believe that it's going to move to 40 to both of your points, down. Right? It's going to continue to go down as we see, hey, it's working. We're detecting it. We're not creating harm with these tests, especially a blood-based test. There's no real safety issue of taking the test. And so I think we'll start to see that trend exactly to both of your points. It's really disheartening, too, because not only is it changing to where people are getting it when they're younger, but for some reason, a lot of those younger diagnosed cancers are more aggressive, too. So it's another reason why you should be getting screened when your doctor's recommending it.
Like I said, I feel like like you just said, younger people don't, and I'm talking when I say younger, I mean in their 20s. Those are children to me at this
Everyone's
point.
younger than us.
So, but yeah, and so I feel like they don't really even know what to look for. So, are you comfortable with saying, if you have these symptoms, maybe you should go in and get checked, or you definitely should talk to someone about it, because I don't know what the symptoms would be.
People have gone in and been tested without symptoms and found out that they had polyps and stuff that needed to be dealt with. So
is there anything to watch for?
Yeah, it's one of those where it is definitely something, and exactly to both of your points, younger people get these symptoms, and always, at least what I saw in the clinic and what we hear, they think it's a stomach bug, right? Or it's like an ulcer. Like, I see there's blood in my stool. That's okay. I'm really stressed out at work, or I've got something going on with my family. And then if you add something that's always kind of a sign of cancer that you should watch out for, which is unexplained weight loss, right? You're losing weight because these tumors, they require metabolism, right? They're really kind of just these awful parasites. They're feeding off of you and the nutrients that you're giving it. So you're like, hey, I've lost about 5 to 10 pounds. I haven't really been trying. I've got something going on with my GI issues, and it's not going away. I use Pepto-Bismol. I take different types of fiber in supplements, and if it's not going away, and by the way, it's been weeks, not months.
Right.
You really need to have a conversation with your doctor. There are tests to get checked out. That actually is the definition of symptomatic, right? That means I'm having symptoms. I need to be seen, and I need to talk about what these symptoms might be.
Well, and this is where Shield comes in handy, because this is a blood test. Can you just get it done at your doctor's office? How is it available to people?
Yeah, so this is great, right? It's the first FDA-approved blood test for the detection of colorectal cancer. It was approved by the FDA last year in July, and it was approved because its performance was at par with the other options. So you can get a colonoscopy, you can choose to do one of the stool-based tests, or you can get this blood test. And those are all available to you, but it's still, just like the other options, has to be ordered by your physician. And that's why everything that we talked about so far is so important, right? The physician has to kind of determine, okay, what signs and symptoms are you showing? What's your age risk? What's your family risk, right? That's why we docs ask all those questions.
Right.
And then at the end, they'll recommend, hey, based on what you've told me and what's going on, here's the test that I recommend for you. Now, with the colonoscopy, if it's negative, you don't have to get another one, or you don't have to get screened as long as you're asymptomatic, you don't have symptoms, for 7 to 10 years. And with the blood test and with one of the stool tests, if you're negative, you don't have to get tested again for another 3 years, right? So sometimes too, this is a big relief, because as long as you got checked and it's negative, you can kind of go back to your regular life and not worry, to your point at the beginning, about the big C, right? It's one of those where you kind of knock that off your list and you can kind of focus on the rest of your health and wellness.
So, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering what else that you've been involved in.
Right. Like you said, it says here, you've been working on different products and services as well as the Shield for 10 years or so. What else have you brought to the table here?
Yeah, so this is the coolest part, right? I really want these tests to be available for primary care doctors. Now, other people can use them. Obviously, the group that uses them the most are oncologists, right? They're the ones that truly are practicing precision medicine. But primary care docs today, it's crazy. The stethoscope is not a innovative tool, right? It's been around for so long. And yet you see these PCPs walking around with that stethoscope. Let me listen to your heart. Let me listen to your lungs. Well, what if I could tell you what was going on at the molecular level? And so I think that, what I've been working on has been disease detection, not just cancer detection, but what diseases are going on before you can hear it, before you can see it, and before you can even image it, right? Like, it may not even be on a CAT scan yet, but we know molecularly it's there. So this is super fun for me, right? This is an FDA-approved product for colorectal cancer. We are really working on a multi-cancer test. So instead of being like, doc, why do I have to fill a vial just for colorectal cancer? Why can I give you blood? And you look for other cancers so I can sleep better at night. That's something that I've worked on for a very long period of time. And even chronic disease, right? So autoimmune diseases, we can pick that up in the blood. And, there's so much satisfaction telling a physician that they don't have to practice trial and error medicine anymore, right? Physicians are smart. They don't say trial and error. They use like big words like, pragmatic and sequential. But the reality is you don't want to tell someone, come back in 3 months and let's see if it worked.
Right.
You want to be able to tell them that day, here's what I know about you, here's what I know about a disease, and here's how we're going to treat it. And that truly is what I've been working on for a decade, is trying to do that for primary care medicine.
So this is kind of a heads up test.
Right.
You take it in, your blood is checked or your blood is tested, and then you can see what's going on, and then we can proceed from there. Like maybe you do need a colonoscopy sooner than you thought, or we have a problem and this is where it is and we got to look into it.
Tom, that's exactly it, right? So people today, they're like, hey, I feel great, right? I ran 3 miles, I'm chasing after my family and my pets, and why do I need a colonoscopy? Why do I have to take time off work? Why do I have to go under sedation for something if I feel good? Now, this test, if it's positive, colonoscopy is a really cool test. Not only does it detect cancer because it's a scope and it's there physically, but it can also treat cancer. When they see polyps or they see suspicious masses, they can biopsy them right then. And that's what makes colonoscopy what's called the gold standard. It's very rare to be able to do those things. And so, yes, you can get this blood test. If this blood test is positive, you do need a colonoscopy. But now you're thinking of your doctor now is thinking it's a diagnostic colonoscopy. Let me see what's in there. Let me remove it. Let's start the path towards treatment. The test has a very low false positive rate. Only 10% of everyone who's a positive has a chance of being a false positive. And even then, they may still find something suspicious, to your point, right? Sure. They may say, hey, I didn't find cancer, but here's what we did find. And it's a good thing that you did agree to finally get this colonoscopy and you weren't putting it off anymore.
Yeah, but this can void the colonoscopy for this term or this 5 years or whatever. Take your blood test. No, you look good. We don't need to do one. You're good for another 3, 4, 5, whatever years. Right?
Exactly. So currently it's 3 years, but that's really because of the Medicare reimbursement and then the reimbursement model. So yes, you could get it like sooner, but then again, your insurance might not cover it. But, currently what we're saying and what physicians are recommending is every 3 years. So exactly to your point, it's negative. You don't have to even hear the other C word of colonoscopy anytime in your future. Go on and, do other things because you've got this. And then 3 years later, you can take the blood test again, or even then you can decide, all right, maybe it's time, and I feel like I can get a colonoscopy, right? And you can choose.
But going into your doctor's office for a 2 or 3 minute blood draw versus a day of prep and, that vile, disgusting aftermath.
You've had a bad experience, have you?
I've had a couple.
You don't like this test. You love the Shield test.
I don't like the prep for it. And I've had several colonoscopies and I've had polyps removed, precancerous. But so far, so good. We're ahead of everything. Right. Which I don't have a problem going. Like you said, it's a great seatbelt.
So Sam,
insurance.
Right. So Sam, now knowing Tom's history, is he a candidate to maybe go in and have the Shield test done instead of a colonoscopy, or should he still have the colonoscopy given that he's had a history of removing polyps?
It depends, right? So it's up to him and his doctor, right? That's where the conversation starts. As long as they were precancerous, they were removed, there's so many form of polyp.
Right.
And so if they were really at that point where they were like, hey, Tom, these are benign, but we were worried, so we were here anyway, because that's how the colonoscopy works, so we took them out. Absolutely, you could get the Shield test. If they were like, no, these are advanced adenomas, right? These were kind of precancerous. It's a good thing we got in here. Then it's probably a conversation to say, okay, the best possible thing is to do another colonoscopy, right? So we can really kind of even further reduce the false positive rate. And so that's the conversation that folks should be having, right? Even that conversation is so much better than the one that isn't happening, right? Today, 50 million Americans have been unscreened that are due for screening. Right. Well, so this is great that Tommy is even thinking, hey, let me have that conversation with my doctor, because we've got 50 million people that are like, I'm not even having that conversation. I'm not doing this. I'm not getting screened.
Right. But rather than having to go into the full Monty of the colonoscopy, let's say, you can if it's your first one, take the blood test.
Right.
You know, it's so much
100%.
easier.
Why not?
It's
Yeah.
so much more dignified. You know.
Tom,
And
so what you're saying, though, is, Sam, what I'm hearing is that, yes, he could take the Shield test in between, but he should have a colonoscopy every 6 months.
It'd be like last time, every other month.
Anyway. We're
as
friends,
long as
but we
you
don't
have
act like
time
it
off,
sometimes.
I think, yes,
Yeah, my
you know?
partner here.
So anyway, in all seriousness, though, is this covered by insurance? I know that there's not a copay for people who have Medicare, but how about your regular insurance? Is it covered by that?
We're working on that, right?
Okay.
That's the joy of the American, many insurance companies world that we
nice
live
way
in.
to
So this
say
was
it.
approved last year. Yes. So last August is when the test launched, August of 2024. At that moment, it did, to your point, receive CMS coverage. So all Medicare Part B beneficiaries, when it launched, were covered for the test with little to almost no people requiring copay.
Nice.
And so that was great. Now, there's a group in the United States called the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, so the USPSTF. They are the ones responsible for these guidelines. They're the ones that said, hey, it was 50 and older Americans, and then 4 years ago they changed it and said, no, it's 45 and older. They have not reviewed this test yet, right? This is just how it works. And so a lot of insurance plans won't cover it yet until that review happens, and this is recommended by USPSTF. Now, we're not letting that stop us. We're working with people. We're saying, hey, let's work with your insurance plan. But we're also working with insurance plans and saying, hey, you can cover this now. So we're really excited that one of the first plans to cover this for 45 to 64-year-olds that are eligible is the U.S. Veterans Affairs Community Care Network, right? So based off of the Department of the VA looking at this test, they said, we'll cover this for our beneficiaries. And we're hoping that there's a few more insurance plans that are going to start to do that now, too. So this is one thing where not only do you have the conversation with your doctor, but we at Guardant, too, work closely with these patients to tell them what their reimbursement is going to be and what their potential portion of the test would be, too. So we're hoping to make this more broadly available by the next year.
What else what?
I was just going to ask Sam, so let's hypothetically, and if you can answer the question, hypothetically, Monday I decide, you know what, this sounds really good. I'm going to go in and ask my doctor to do a blood test. He says yes. It's out of pocket for me. Do you have any idea what I'd be looking at as far as cost? Or
No, I'm glad
Does
you
it
did.
depend?
Yes, not only do we, but when you said it really well. It takes a couple minutes. They do the blood. They fill the tubes. They send the tubes to our labs. Our team will not process the test until they get back to you and let you know what they think the out-of-pocket is going to be and if you're comfortable with that. They will also ask you if you need financial assistance, right? Our goal is to make sure people get screened for colorectal cancer. That's our primary goal, is to really kind of improve the health and wellness. So that, and you can imagine there are people that are like, nope, I can't cover that, and I don't want it, so we won't run the test. We'll say, okay, great, and we'll let the provider know. We'll say, hey, unfortunately the insurance coverage didn't go through or isn't going to go through. So can you please, go back to your patient and give them another option that's reimbursed today? And there are tons of people that are like, thank you for this information. I know what my out-of-pocket is, and I'm good with covering it because I know this is what I need. And then we run the test and they get the results. So we've thought about this and we're trying to make this as painless as possible.
Right.
Wow.
Cool.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
it is. That is not like normal healthcare that
normal,
you're
it's
used
like,
to.
don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
We'll bill you later.
We got these 6 doctors getting together. They each charge twice.
Right, and then you got to come back for a bunch of follow-up. And this is absolutely awesome. We're talking with Sam Asgarian. He's the Vice President of Clinical Development for Screening at Guardant Health and has invented the Shield test for colorectal cancer. Sam, what else do we need to know as we wrap this up today? What else would you like for us to know?
No, I mean, this has been phenomenal. You guys are great. It's exactly what you've been saying. If you want an option that's simpler, it takes minutes, and, you know, it's a blood draw, so it's as little invasiveness as we can get. It still requires a needle, but it's a relatively small one. And again, you get results back, a positive or a negative, within 10 days, pretty much most of all the time. That's what Shield does. Any information that a patient is looking for, saying, hey, I want to, you know, learn more about this, and a physician. So maybe there's a doc or 2 or 3 listening in, and they're like, well, I want to learn more about this for my patients. It's all available at shieldcancerscreen.com. So if they go to shieldcancerscreen.com, lots of information there, as well as contact information for us if they want to learn more about the test and they just can't find the answers on what's on the website.
That's
Awesome.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for using your brain to help so many people because it's incredible. And I only have one more thing to say. Now do breast cancer.
Yes. All right, deal.
Okay.
You know that's high on the list, of course. And so, you know, rest assured, absolutely. I'm glad to hear you say that.
I know you are. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And as you have updates, reach out and we will make sure to have you come back and talk to us a little bit more.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thanks, Sam.
Cheers.
Coming up, more Life Matters right after this on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Welcome back to Life Matters. I am very excited about our next guest.
Why's that?
Because she's like got the funnest job ever.
Really?
She's the director of operations at Timber Ridge. Vanessa Bissonette joins us this morning. Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am great and timberific.
Timberific.
I like that. That's
like
good.
that. I like that.
Kind of brings it around.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I think, first of all, I want to apologize for pulling you off the lazy river because I would imagine that, do you have kids?
I don't.
Okay, so
I
if you
have a whole hotel full.
Yeah, if you had kids, I'm sure that's what they think you would that you would do all day.
Trust me, I am cool auntie because
I
they get
bet.
to come visit me and bring their friends and say how cool it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. I hop them up on those ices out
Atta
of
girl.
the Hungry Moose and then send them back to my sister
Then you
and
can go
it's
to
all
the
fun.
lazy river and relax.
and enjoy.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I want to go there now.
That's hilarious. I was, for my nieces and nephews, I was always, when they were younger, they couldn't say Nancy, so they all call me Aunt Cece still to this day.
Sure.
And they would come up here and they'd go skiing at, Grand or just wherever. It just depended. And so they called me their rich Aunt Cece. Because they thought I was rich because I was taking them all skiing, and I wasn't at all. Their parents were paying for all that, but I had the house that they could all fit in, right? And so I was there. So I understand that you get to do the
cool
fun
auntie,
stuff because I would do the same thing, and I would send them home.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
so
that's
I
good.
totally get that. It's a lot of
Always
fun.
good to send them home.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the grandkids.
That's right. So much fun to have.
Even
and they
better.
leave.
Even better because it's revenge for the children.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, did I say that out loud?
No.
I didn't really mean to say that
I
out
did not
loud.
hear that.
I did
What?
not say that out loud. That's not what
I heard
grandparents
nothing.
do at all.
No.
Anyway.
No, we follow the rules.
But lots of stuff is going on at Grand Geneva, in particular Timber Ridge. And so, I know that you guys have been down at Oktoberfest because your booth may or may not be right next to my dog races. And so, are you coming today?
Yes, yep. Final
Sweet.
day, and we're looking forward to getting all the giveaways put together and given out to everybody.
I was going to say,
make
tell
sure to
everybody
stop
what.
by.
Yeah, tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah,
at
so
and
there's
Lake Geneva's downtown Oktoberfest. Don't forget, today's the last day. What you got to visit their booth. What are you guys doing over there?
Yeah, so we are doing a giveaway for a birthday party in the water park. So a nice drawing.
take it.
So make sure you get your name in for that.
wanna win.
We'll do it for your birthday.
Okay.
There
We'll
we
bring
go.
everybody.
Yep. Yeah. It doesn't matter the age. It's a party.
Really?
Yeah.
You can
doesn't
do it
matter
at-
the age.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
It doesn't have to be a child
I
party.
think we're in.
There's a child in all of us, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, having fun, and there's a full bar at the food court.
Oh,
and
yeah, we know.
everything, so-
We already know that.
Yeah.
Hydration is so important, especially at a water park.
Yeah.
But they're the Kids Zone sponsor. And so, but Bruce the Moose, is he going to to be there again today?
We're actually going to have Chelsea came out. Bruce decided not to come out, but Chelsea the chipmunk will be visiting us.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, she'll be walking around and handing out some Frisbees and having fun with the kids as well before the little leg races.
Yes. We have a lot of little leg races.
Yes.
Yep. Nancy runs all the dog races in all the areas around here.
Yes. I'm the dog race queen.
Well, that's the fun job.
I know, right? Hey, I've been here the longest. So when the jobs come across the table, I get to pick the good ones.
Yep.
So I go to Venetian Fest. I do the fair, the and I do DOS Fest, the dog races. I do Oktoberfest. I do all the fun stuff.
The Kingfish games.
The Kingfish
You're
game.
everywhere.
I was everywhere. Yeah. So but like you, I like to have fun.
Yes.
And so there's nothing but fun going on at Timber Ridge. What else we have coming up?
Yeah, so we're full fall in effect happening at the property between Grand and Timber, and we have our Frightful Fridays, so even open to the public every Friday night, starting at 6:00. We have crafts and Halloween costume contests going on.
Nice.
Followed by trick or treating throughout the resort.
Yeah.
And then it ends with a dance party, Halloween themed dance party. Do the little monster mash.
Oh man, is that just
They
at
do
Timber?
that.
That's
That
all
is at Timber Ridge, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, just
Very
down there.
cool.
So every Friday in October, and we're going to hunt up the lobby this week for that as well. And the staff, we all get dressed up in costume every Friday as well, and get involved with the costume contest too. So
Nothing but
a lot
fun.
of fun.
So you don't have to stay there to visit Timber Ridge.
Right. So that is, for the water park, technically you have to have a room. So a lot of people don't realize we do a daycation package too, which is the day use of a room and 4 water park passes. So you could come for the day, enjoy, and you get a room to go back to instead of having to go to the locker rooms.
Sure.
But the locker rooms are currently being renovated. So we're excited for that.
Cool.
So, we did the full water park renovation 2 years ago and just keep doing updates throughout the resort. So excited to see some new locker rooms. So we do have that option, but it is nice to be able to go back to a room or even when you bring the kids, have a place to take a nap midday.
Right. A
And,
little bit of privacy, take a hot shower.
Yep, absolutely. All of our rooms have the jacuzzi tubs in them, so you can even have a fun
little
bath.
bubbly in the bubbly.
Yes.
It's just a win-win.
It is. It is. So
I love Timber Ridge. I really do.
Yeah,
It's
and
a fun
anybody
place.
could come to the restaurant too. That is open to the public.
Yeah.
So we are a part of, Restaurant Week every year as well.
cool.
So just
I guess I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
you could come in Moose and Maple and enjoy a cocktail too. We have, of course, the games going on.
Right,
and,
right.
Playing, and we have TVs in there. So a piece to the kids as well as the parents there.
It's fun for everybody.
So, yeah,
It is
The
fun
whole
for
family.
everybody.
the whole family.
You know
It
what's
is.
really fun is trying to drag the kids back to the room and not.
You know what's
they
more
don't
fun
want
than-
to go.
You know what's more fun than that?
What?
Is sitting with a cocktail watching people trying to drag their kids
I know.
back.
Yeah. And Moose and Maple's just steps away from wherever all of those Friday Night Fright events are happening too.
Right.
So you can sit, have a cocktail
Very
while the kids
cool.
are trick or treating.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. And it's all
a
enclosed.
win-win.
Yeah.
It really is. What's Amazing Apples?
So Amazing Apples, we have partnered with Royal Oaks, the apple maze there, and so there's room packages that you can get.
Okay.
And when you book your room, you get tickets to the maze. So
cool.
before your stay, after your stay, during your stay, depending how many nights you are there, you can go there. And we also have apples in the lobby every Friday from them as well. given
That's
out.
cool.
So
Nice.
Yummy.
a nice partnership with them as well
Yeah.
as Pierce's too. So
That's a
we've
great-
got
I
little
mean-
bit of everything for partnerships going on.
Honestly, can you really beat fall in Wisconsin?
Oh, no.
I mean,
No.
come on.
No.
You really
No,
can't.
these leaves are beautiful.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
incredible.
got pumpkins and apples and
That's
oh
just
my
it. They
God.
drive over to Royal Oak, so you get to just see all of those fall leaves. The foliage is beautiful right now.
Yeah, gorgeous during the
Peak
day. A little
season.
chilly at night. Good time for a fire.
It is. Yes.
Or
And
toddy.
I just recently got a furnace. So I've been
That'll be nice.
super chilly.
that'll come in handy.
Yeah, well, we bought this super old house. We had to replace it, right? And then the plumber got delayed hooking up the gas to the furnace. And so when you say chilly nights, there were a couple nights last week that it was chilly when we woke up in the morning.
I bet.
But I have dogs, so I was warm.
Yeah. I just started
Nobody
a
else
fire.
was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a fire. Anyway,
Well, we have a fireplace.
You guys have a
too.
fireplace. See?
Fireplace in the lobby, a fire pit out back, s'mores.
I'm just
We
going to
sell
come
s'mores
live at
kits.
Timber Ridge.
Yeah.
She's
we
going to
got
come
it
and
all.
If you
work
get
every
sticky with
morning.
the s'mores, jump in the pool and clean off.
Right.
Exactly. That is the point. Absolutely. That's how we sell it. That is how
Do
we
you really?
sell it.
Oh, my
Yes.
God, that's hilarious.
Yep. Just
It's
go
a
right into
win-win,
the
I'm
water.
telling you.
Why don't I live there?
Yeah.
Well, because you bought a house in Elkhorn. But you could vacation there.
Yes.
You
I
like
could
2 or 3
I
days
could
a week.
daycation
Yep.
there.
You could.
Daycation. Yes.
Sounds like a
I hear
good
you can get a
team.
room.
Town.
Sounds like a good team building event for myself.
Yes.
The I in my team. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I might bring the girls along. Okay, Mike Mason. No.
No?
No. I'm just kidding. It would be a good team building thing for people, though, right? Like
Yes,
at the small
we
office,
do
you get your
offer that.
room, you
Yep.
get all that. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. When we
Kinda
even
lets your
have
hair
a
down.
banquet space too, if you
Oh,
needed
true.
a little bit more to have a meeting with that. But we definitely, we have mini golf out back that some of the groups will buy for the
Yeah.
team buildings, and we're trying all different new things in
That's
that water
cool.
park. So you have an idea, we're open to it too.
Yeah.
So.
It's local. Let your hair down. Have a little fun. Leave work at work and kind of be yourself for a little bit.
right. Exactly.
Sounds like a blast.
Absolutely.
We are looking forward to the holidays. I know you guys are going to be here for our Merry Switchmas event
Yes,
again.
yes.
Grand Geneva is a sponsor of our Merry Switchmas, where we switch from regular music to Christmas music the day before Thanksgiving. Don't give me that look. We get better ratings. As a matter of fact, I just want to tell you, people complain, right, about the Christmas music, and they are wrong.
Right.
They are very, very wrong. And let me tell you why. Our ratings are higher during Christmas than any other time. And one of the reasons why, though, is because Mike Mason has gone out and he has found that we have the biggest
That's true.
playlist of
believe
different
that. Absolutely.
music for Christmas. We might have the same songs 6 different ways. And you love all 6 of them.
Absolutely.
And he
yeah.
has gone out to try and find the biggest variety, and it pays off. People
does.
absolutely love
Yeah.
our Christmas music, and we don't play it for too long. We don't start it on October 1st like some crazies do.
Too early.
Right.
Right before Thanksgiving, because you want to enjoy it over the holiday with your family. And then through Christmas and midnight on Christmas Day, we go back to regular music, and people love that time frame. And you guys are a big part of that. But definitely,
Yes, yeah.
Bruce the Moose comes. He flips the switch.
Yeah.
But not only
Santa,
that,
yeah.
you get the old
And
Christmas
Santa's here.
radio
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, yeah. But Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce is a big part of
He
that.
is.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Christmas radio shows either.
Yeah, we do the old-fashioned,
Those
the
are
old-time
awesome.
Christmas radio shows. I
I don't know
know.
anybody
Yeah,
who
it's
does it
so
like
fun.
that.
I know, because they have they
are
use
fun,
the old
yeah.
sound effects. Have you heard them?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and
I
everything. They're
listen
very
all
cool.
Season long. Yes.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
So, but as we look forward to Grand Geneva at the holidays,
Yeah.
and of course Timber Ridge, what do you guys have on the calendar?
So at the end of fall, so the 23rd of November will be our illumination ceremony up at the Grand Geneva. Turn on our 2 million Christmas lights throughout the property.
I was just gonna say, are there still
Days of
100
Christmas.
million lights?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, it glows.
Christmas themed.
does. I
And
love it.
We already have the gingerbread walk is open for
cool.
submissions. So if you wanted to just go on the Grand Geneva website and submit, so you can turn in your gingerbread house.
Yeah.
And so illumination kicks off that, and we'll start the season where we have our breakfast with Santa. There are some at Timber Ridge as well as Grand Geneva for that. We also have Santa in a cabana in the water park, so he comes while he's resting before the big day.
He's not wearing a Speedo, is he?
No,
Thank
he
God.
wears he actually wears nice pants or whatever,
Okay.
but he has his Hawaiian
Bermudas.
shirt on.
Sweet.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's
Good boy.
fun.
Buttoned
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
Don't want it to get weird or anything.
No. No, and every once in a while he goes under the dump bucket too. So, yeah, it's
excellent.
fun, yeah.
Attaboy.
Yep.
That's great. And you guys are always at the Christmas parade, the electric Christmas
Yes,
parade.
and this year new Timber Ridge is going to be with that ski float that always comes
Nice.
out from Grand Geneva
Yeah.
from ski. So it's going to be splash and ski themed, and
Nice.
so we will be having specials going on with lift tickets that will be passing out during the parade, and we also have splash and ski packages going on between Timber Ridge and going up. Our ski hill is a great learning hill, so getting those kids more involved and getting that next generation ready for skiing is
Good old
what it's
mountaintop.
all about. Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Spent a
For
lot
sure.
of time out there when I was a kid skiing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Very
talking.
cool.
We're talking with Vanessa. She's the director of operations at Timber Ridge over at the Grand Geneva property. So, what else about the holidays? You guys have. There was one more thing, and I totally. Oh, the winter warm up package.
Yeah, so that's great partnership with Circle of Friends locally. So again, we're all about those local partnerships whenever we can. We partner with the United Way quite often as well. And so with Circle of Friends, if you book a regular room package at Timber Ridge during that time period, which is basically all winter long, and you turn in a gently used coat, we then donate it, and you get $20 off your room rate.
Cool.
So,
Nice.
yeah, so you get the discount for bringing that in, and you get that little return for that.
And here's just a side note. You can still donate the coat even if you're not going to stay there.
Absolutely.
Oh, sure.
We will take as many coats, and we do get that. We do people from town here
Yeah,
that we're
they
doing
do.
this, and they come bring them to us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great event. Every year it's very successful. So we're happy. And all of those coats do stay locally going through Circle of Friends, too.
Do you
so
do
it's
cash
Walworth
donations
County.
also?
We do not. They
Just
will
the
take
coats.
them directly at Circle of Friends. But
Okay.
yeah, at Timber Ridge itself, it's just the
Well,
coats.
good. Bring your coats in.
Yeah.
Everybody's got plenty of extras.
Yes.
For sure.
Put them to
Yeah,
work.
especially with the kids. They're outgrowing the ones from last year already. So
I know they don't
Yeah.
even come close to wearing them out.
No.
And
Yeah.
shoes. Holy
Shoes,
cow.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't ever spend a whole lot of money on shoes for like a 10-year-old because he'll
No.
only wear them for like 7 seconds. And
yeah.
then they outgrow them. I mean,
Right.
it's crazy.
And with that, it's not just coats that we call a winter warm up
Right.
because we want to make sure everybody's warm
Boots,
during
hats.
our
Snowsuits.
cold seasons, especially come January. But we will take anything that you want to donate and bring that over for
Yeah.
you.
Ski outfits.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Get those snow pants,
Yeah.
the ski pants.
So let's move over to the Grand Geneva itself and some of the things on their calendar.
Absolutely.
A lot of different things go on over there. Obviously, we have golfing and restaurants and just everything. So, but one thing that caught my eye was a wine dinner, but it's hosted by LPGA champion Christy Kerr.
Yeah, so she
That's
started
cool.
a winery, and we have been doing partnerships with different local areas. We've done Dusterbeck's and a couple others. And so on October 17th, there's a wine dinner with her wine, and she'll be there too. And we'll be able, with that championship, and talk with her. But it's really cool. She started her own winery, and we'll be able to do that wine
Nice.
dinner partnership with her. So tickets available on the Grand Geneva website.
Straight to your plate for October is Wollersheim. Oh my gosh. Yes. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So all year, there's been every month has been a different theme for a different
Right.
partnership that we've been doing within the restaurants. So October, our partnership is with Wollersheim. So between the different outlets, they have specials going on using Wollersheim, and they have their story and the menu stuffers.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's
to
a
be
great
able to-
partnership.
yeah.
I mean, all of them
Wollersheim's
are.
great.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Wollersheim.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well, both.
just throwing that out
Yep.
there. Yeah.
The wine,
I know.
Everything's
From
delicious out there.
everything.
Yep.
Everything. And so we talked about the gingerbread walk. It's currently open
Yes.
for registration. You want to enter that by November 14th for the chance to win. Oh, first place gets $1,000.
Yes, and that is cash. It's a
Nice
great prize.
And
yeah.
so that is literally, it's a gingerbread. So you build your gingerbread house.
Yeah, if you haven't been, we have those on display throughout the holidays then. And so there's different age categories, as well as professional versus
Not professional.
not professional.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Amateur.
Handyman.
Amateurs.
That's the word.
Yeah,
Right,
that's the
right.
word. So there's all different categories in that as well. So you can submit yours, and then it gets voted on with the partnership with United Way, as well as the leadership team, and it's a fun time. So, but a great prize. Yeah.
Do you get to judge any of those? Do you get to do that?
I don't personally, no. So we try to get more outside,
community.
community involvement there. Not only just to show our community involvement.
Aren't
with
you
Lake
glad?
Geneva, but I'm happy
Because
yes.
I would not be able
No.
to do that.
How do you
Well,
pick?
you
I would
could
love
throw a
them
knot
all.
at a certain
Exactly.
one.
Right.
Say,
They're
hey, check
so
that one out.
creative
Yeah.
and just so beautiful that how do you pick
Yeah,
your favorite?
I would not
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
I used to judge. So Hawksview used to have this chili. It was during Winterfest.
Oh, okay.
And they used to have Lake Geneva Country Meats sponsored a chili cook-off. and I love chili. Love chili. Just love. I would eat chili every single day of the winter when it's cold. I would eat it every single day. And I was a judge for that chili cook-off. And I still love chili, but it was very hard. There were like 32 entries. You had to taste them all. You had to, but oh my God. Well, first of all, day of heaven for me, just going to say. But it was very difficult because there are so many different ways, right? Between white and chicken and venison and just, oh my God, it is everything that they had. And it would be even worse with these beautiful creations of gingerbread houses.
Yes.
I could never do it. I don't know how they do it.
How much fun would that be, though?
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's fun to go look at them.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you're judging a chili cook-off, it's spoonfuls, not bowlfuls.
Shut up.
Just the taste.
Nobody told me that. No, I'm just kidding. You have to do a couple.
You learn it eventually.
You could only do a couple of spoonfuls of that.
Yeah.
It was
Especially with 32 entries.
yeah.
That's a lot.
But oh man, there are a lot of talented people around here, and if they're good at making chili, they're certainly good at building gingerbread houses.
So I have a question about Tiburon.
Yes.
The one ride that goes outside the building and then comes back in the tube. So during the winter, do you pull the top of that tube off so you can go through the snow? Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be cool.
To go water sliding through the snow?
It would be real cool. But then, of course, there's still the chemicals and everything else. But no, I think we would freeze for a little bit.
Snow.
But it would be
just
fun.
for a second.
It would be fun.
So is it
really
heated
would
then
be.
so you don't get cold
It
when you
is
go
heated,
through?
yes.
Takes all the fun out of it.
Heated.
Oh my gosh.
We don't want frozen pipes.
You know what?
It would be so fun.
The water's moving. It should be fine.
Oh, okay, true.
Still.
Yeah.
We don't
won't
want.
grow on a rolling stone.
Listen. Jeez. You know what? That could be your next project.
What's
There
that?
you go.
Pulling it off?
You have hills at your house.
I do.
You could build the
prototype.
tube,
Yeah.
yes, and then take the lid off of it in the winter.
No.
Okay,
I
well,
don't see that happening. I have a sledding
maybe you
hill
could-
for sledding.
Okay, but maybe the tube could come out of the second story when we build it.
No, there won't be a second story.
It's a long story. And,
She got a chicken coop. I'm done.
and there might be. Oh, I doubt she's happy
No,
with just a chicken.
I'm not done.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to campaign on behalf of his wife,
Okay.
who really wants to put a second story, even if it's just a partial second story, on their house.
Okay.
I have come up, Vanessa, with several suggestions about how to make it cool for everybody, including now having a water slide.
I think that is
This
the
is just
best
a nice way of
addition.
Nancy saying that
Yes.
she's ambushing me with my wife.
Tag team.
or there's
Yes.
that. And now Vanessa's on our team.
Yes.
So, ha.
Great.
Yep.
So,
I'll be
Absolutely.
moving.
You know one thing that the resorts have done and the restaurants have done in this area that I really, really love is the igloos. Are you guys going to have those this year?
Yes, the Grand
Okay.
Geneva will have their igloos ready for the season. Absolutely.
And what is this
So
Christmas
nice.
pop-up bar? What is happening there?
So that's coming soon. They're at the Grand Geneva. They're going to have, you see all those Christmas themed bars and everything. So they are going to have a
Cool.
bar up there. Be all
So,
popped up
like in
with
different
the,
locations, or
I'm not sure the exact location at the Grand right now, but they are going to. I've seen the decorations coming through, and it's going to be just like that, where it's just completely
Christmassy.
full of just all of those nostalgic
Lot of-
Christmas stuff.
Bacardi eggnog.
Yes. Oh, and always fun with those themed.
Well, yeah, you gotta
drinks.
keep
You
it
gotta have the
Christmassy.
themed ones. Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
I don't dilute my Bacardi with eggnog.
That's all I could think of.
I just
If I had a glass of eggnog and a glass of Jack Daniels, I would just drink the Jack Daniels.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Somebody else have
same.
the eggnog.
Yep.
Hey Vanessa, do you like Bloody Marys?
Of course, I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay, so this is a total side note.
Sure.
This is educational for
Yes,
everybody.
but tell
I'm
them.
not a big vodka drinker, so Bloody Marys, they're okay, but I really don't like them. But somebody suggested that I have a Jack Daniels Bloody Mary.
Oh, okay.
So my wife Amy made me a Jack Daniels Bloody Mary, and it was delicious.
All right.
Like off
That
the
sounds
charts
good. I'll have to
delicious.
try that.
You're gonna have to try
My
it,
brother-in-law and I actually make them with rum.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
We do the rum instead of.
Well, you know how
too.
Okay, well I'm going to her
how
house.
bloodies
Yeah.
can get a little bit acidy.
Yes.
A little
Yeah,
bit strong.
with
It's like
tomato juice.
it's like Jack just takes it away.
Yeah.
Maybe
And it's nice
maybe
to
the
see
rum
the
does
change
too.
in the taste a little
maybe,
bit.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So see, we've learned a
I'm
ton
gonna
of
try a
stuff
new
from
one,
you,
too.
and
Yes.
now you've learned one thing.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I have helped out lots of people with their Sunday mornings.
Yes.
He likes to stay hydrated.
Or Monday when you don't have the heartburn.
That's right.
Right.
Helps on
Well,
Monday.
hydration is very important.
Hydration is very
Right.
important. Yes.
And the better quality of mix you have, the less of a hangover you get.
Right. Right. So back to the Grand. So we know that you can go to grandgeneva.com and there's also two things we didn't talk about was the trolley tour of lights and the elf mail run. That information is going to be at grandgeneva.com, right?
Absolutely. Yes,
Because I know that we would get in a
Daily.
lot of trouble if we don't talk about the new short course.
Yes, that is the
In the
big
spring.
news happening. So it's almost done. So 11 hole short course opening up. If you've golfed there before, it's over by where the driving range used to be.
Okay.
We moved the driving range further back. So we're excited for a great spring and having that open up next spring.
Nice quick course.
It's called the Wee Nip.
The Wee Nip.
The
yes.
Wee Nip.
Got to go for
Sticking
the
with
name
the
alone.
Irish themes.
Right. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
great
yeah.
logo already created too with the flask, and it's great.
Irish coffee in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah.
It all sounds wonderful. I will tell you that a few years ago, we had a huge family reunion at the Grand Geneva, and literally it was huge. We had 140 people.
Wow, that is a good one.
Yes, and well, it was me and let me rephrase. It was my husband and his cousin's turn to plan it. She lives in Portland, Oregon.
Oh wow.
And of course, he's a man. So it was my turn to
here
plan
we
it.
go.
It was your
It
turn.
was my turn to
yes.
plan it. And so we had his cousin, we had Elizabeth come out here and we visited a couple places and we were just like, I don't know why we went to visit this is perfect. This is what we have to do.
Awesome.
So we came to the Grand and I will tell you that to this day, this was the year what is this year? It was 2022.
Okay.
We had to we were supposed to have it in 2020. We had to postpone it. Yeah. And I will tell you that even to this day, we've been doing these family reunions for 25 years. And we would do them every 3 years. So we've done a lot, a lot of them. And to this day, everybody talks about how wonderful the service, the food, the hospitality, the rooms, everything turned out. There was no stone unturned. They did everything. They helped us with everything. And that's the experience that you get every time you go on that property. It doesn't matter if you go for dinner. It doesn't matter if you go to Timber Ridge for the afternoon and swim. It doesn't matter if you go for a week long and you come from out of town or whatever. That is the kind of service you get every single time.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and you guys have I don't know how you do impeccable service combined with all of the details that all of these events have to have planned. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, no, thank you for calling that out. It is a great team.
Yeah.
It is. I've been with the company 10 years now, and people say, why do you stay? And it's really because of the team. We're able to come together as a family almost and make sure that that holiday for you, Marcus's theme of making an ordinary day extraordinary, so we want to make sure that that's there. So thank you. That is
Well, you
awesome.
guys
No,
Yeah.
it's-
And now
daily
you have to come
chaos
back and
make it
see the
look
renovations.
I
that happened
know.
at the Grand. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Let's face it. Your GM is Mr. Lake Geneva.
That
that's
is
true.
Okay.
That is true.
Reigning.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, the reigning Mr.
Yes,
Lake Geneva.
reigning,
Tom
yes.
also took part in that.
I finished in the top 8.
Yeah.
In the competition,
Awesome.
there were 8
That's,
people.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway,
No,
they all
it
did
was a
very
fun
well.
time,
But Skip
yeah.
is
We had
Skip's
so
a great
much
guy,
fun.
and
Oh,
I
yeah,
can see
definitely.
why people.
Absolutely.
I can see why people gather together to be a good team under his leadership. So
Yes.
he's
Yeah.
but definitely. Wow. Lots going on between now and the first of the year. And of course, we didn't even
Yes.
say anything about, but you'll always have a New Year's Eve party. So,
Absolutely.
Right? So,
Absolutely, yes.
and then
we even do the beach ball drop right in the water park
Yeah.
for the kids at 10 p.m. And
Yep.
then followed by the family or the parent event up at the Grand. So
Right.
it's New Year's is always a great time, and then New Year's brunch as well the next day. So
there's a
great
lot
things
going on.
Yes.
Got to go to grandgeneva.com.
Yes.
Just
Seems
click
like every week.
everywhere.
Click everywhere, yes. Yeah, it'll bring you even to Timber Ridge from the Grand website, too.
That's right.
So, yeah, lots of stuff going
Anything
on.
that we forgot?
The only other thing would be talking about, you had to delay your reunion due to COVID. So since the pandemic, we have not brought back Bruce's spectacular birthday party. And this year we are bringing that back, which is open to everyone. So open to the public. That's next weekend on the 18th, on Saturday the 18th.
Cool.
Come on over. We have like carnival games going on and decorating pumpkins and concessions available. So, but
his
those
birthday.
carnival games are free for anybody coming in. So yeah, and then we end it with singing happy birthday to Bruce the Moose and getting a cake cut, and it's fun, a good time. It's something we used to do before the pandemic, and now we're happy to say we were able to bring that back. So.
That's
Happy
awesome.
birthday, Bruce.
What a great way to end in this interview. Is just that is perfect because you're right. It's been a while since I even remember them talking about that. So that's awesome.
Almost back to normal.
Woohoo! Yes.
That's cool. Vanessa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
it's a pleasure.
It's been great.
We appreciate it. You can find all of this information at grandgeneva.com. Like we said, just click everywhere.
Yes.
There's something for everyone.
And when you're done clicking, click some more.
Click some more. But definitely head over
absolutely.
to Timber Ridge on the website and find out everything they have to offer. And again, fall is very beautiful at Timber Ridge as well. So
Yes.
make sure you plan a visit.
Yes.
The whole property is
Yes.
beautiful right now.
Yes. Anyway, but I will see you here in just a little bit, my next door neighbor, and she's headed down to Oktoberfest
down there.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
sure. It's
I'll
the
keep
final
an eye
day.
on you.
We
Right,
can do what we want at
we
that
can,
day.
yeah.
Be watching from the beer tent.
Those dogs don't need me. I mean, yes, they do. So anyway, again, thank you,
Awesome.
Vanessa,
Yes,
and
thank you.
go visit the booth for Timber Ridge down at Oktoberfest here in just a little while when we open.
Sounds great.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Coming up, more Life Matters right after this on Lake 96.1. Did you miss part of the show? You can find Life Matters with Tom and Nancy in its entirety. Just search Life Matters on Spotify, YouTube, or go to lake961.com.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Stop it. Whoa. Stop right there.
Stop!
Just stop talking.
And welcome to the last segment of the show before we do our Main Street messages with Alex.
Love that title.
Brought to you by the Lake Geneva Business Improvement District. And that's coming up right after this. In the meantime, just stop. Mm-hmm. Just stop. And I always surprise you. Most of the time, I surprise you with these topics, and I
Because
really
you
feel
don't
like
tell me ahead of time.
I don't tell you
but
anything.
That's okay.
Ahead of time. And so I just there was a startling statistic that I heard. I don't know if you heard this last week, but the guy that started the fires out in California that burned down the Pacific Palisades and the surrounding area, and all those homes were lost, they finally arrested him last week.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I think he needs to take full blame for starting the fires.
Absolutely.
But for the magnitude those fires went to, you can blame that on the state of California for not being prepared.
That's right. And I wonder how much that will play into some of this.
If it's a federal trial, I think quite a bit. If it's a California trial, they're not claiming any fault.
Right.
You know, they had to save those, whatever they were, sardines or micro
those
fish
microplasmic fish things or whatever. I mean, those were far more important than the,
They went after Tom Selleck pretty hard when he had water trucked in for his farm, but they could care less about burning everybody's houses down.
Right. Well, and just to give you an idea about how little California still cares about the Pacific Palisades. So in that particular area, over 16,000 houses alone, not structures, houses burned down. Do you know how many permits they've issued to rebuild those homes?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
700.
Yeah.
16,000 families lost their homes. The state of California has issued 700 permits to rebuild those homes. Where do you think those people are going? And you know what they're talking about? So here's how this is working, okay? And this is what they just need to stop, and why this is on this segment of the show, is because they have also talked about putting low-income housing on that property. You're going to tell me they're not slow rolling the permits so that people give up if they haven't already,
right,
and walk away and go rebuild somewhere else, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to build government housing that they control, that they whatever. Yeah. Well, 16,000 people need permits. 700 have been issued.
And that's what President Trump was trying to stop.
Yep.
And that's why we call it the land of fruits and nuts. They're crazy out there.
Can you imagine?
I couldn't live there.
Like your kids, they went to school. And how do you pick up a neighborhood of 16,000 homes, a town?
Yeah, I don't know.
A village, a city. How do you, however you want to describe that, how do you pick that up and move it elsewhere?
And not all, but most of the surrounding states are kind of living in fear because that ideology is moving towards them.
Right.
You know, so now they're afraid of their state or what's going to happen in their state.
Now, this is a really cute thing and I'm sorry if you want me to just stop talking about this really cute thing, but do you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yes, we have.
Seen that?
It was forced upon us by Jackson.
Yes.
And we've watched it. I don't know if there's any new episodes.
I think there's more coming out, or maybe it did, and I lost track of it or whatever. Okay, I loved it.
It was a pretty good show.
I, too, because of Logan. I watched it too, right? And Julie, to an extent. When it first started, Julie was young enough that she was watching it, you know.
Chair and he had to watch it. And then he went, "Ooh, this is kind of good.
Kind of interesting.
Let's watch another episode."
I'm a fan of Deborah Winger.
I was
as an actress, not as a person, because she's since then made some idiot statements of like all liberals do. So anyway, but Millie Bobby Brown that played 11.
Okay.
She married John Bon Jovi's son, Jake.
Oh, really?
You didn't know that?
I did not.
Oh, my God. When she doesn't have the, little trickle of blood running out of her nose, this girl is drop dead gorgeous. I'm just saying. And they make the cutest couple.
You don't want to make her mad.
No, don't make her mad. But they make the cutest couple. Well, so they got married. I don't even know if they've been married for a year. But they adopted a little girl.
Oh, nice.
And she's just adorable. So then you have, and I know you're a guy and you don't understand this, but the women that are listening who do know how incredibly gorgeous and what kind of crushes we all had on John Bon Jovi growing up. I mean, my age group,
sure. Okay.
They're all nodding their heads yes.
Okay.
So now he's talking about how he is loving being a grandpa to this little girl. He's like, and he said, you just get sucked in like you can. Like, I need a picture every day.
It's the best job in the world.
Know. And I'm just telling you, and ladies, you will agree with me. All the ladies will agree with me that when you see your men, when they become dads, it's very, very sexy and very, very cool. But when you see them become grandfathers, oh my God, that bond is so much different. It is very sexy too. And let me tell you something. John Bon Jovi as a grandpa. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
Back to that file.
I know. I do. I do have something that you will like.
Okay.
And this is definitely a just stop. This is a just stop causing scenes and being an idiot in public. This is really simple. An entitled passenger triggered chaos on a plane when she blocked the aisle and refused to move while others were trying to disembark. Footage of the ordeal shows a crowd of people waiting to leave the Frontier Airlines aircraft after landing in Baltimore, Maryland, only to be blocked by a stubborn woman refusing to budge, and fuming passengers ganged up on her and demanded she get out of the way. She was screaming at other passengers to let her daughter, who she claimed was seated several rows behind her, cut through the narrow aisle to catch up to her.
Step into the seat and wait for her.
This woman, and I did look at the video, this woman stood in the aisle and wouldn't let anybody pass until they moved so her daughter could catch up with her. Like, and this wasn't it's not a 2-year-old. Like, you get off the plane.
Wait in the jetway.
And you wait in the jetway. You wait in the lobby. You wait.
Right. Or just stay in your seat and she'll catch up to you.
Exactly. stopped all the traffic. People were shouting. Okay, really? Is this the impression that you want to make? What is going on in your head that you step out into the aisle and say, hey, my daughter is 6 rows behind me. Everybody out of the way because she needs to get... No.
And where are they going to go?
Right.
They just filled the aisleway.
Yeah, no.
She should have been picked up and moved.
Never let back on the plane is what I say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Nope, sorry.
No fly list.
You're banned. You're banned.
We're getting too tolerant of this, what I'll call bad behavior.
Right.
You see a lot of videos on Facebook. I don't know if they're true or not. I don't think anybody does. But people trying to block roadways, protesters blocking the roadway, and they're not running them down, but they're pushing them out of the way. Well, maybe some are running them down. Anyhow, they're pushing them out of the way. I don't have a problem with that.
Get off the roadway.
The only problem I have is you dent my vehicle.
Right.
Because of what you're doing.
Right.
I want you to pay for it.
I mean, as a police officer.
This is ridiculous.
What is somebody's blocking the roadway like that? I'm inching my car forward. I'm not trying to run over anybody. I'm just trying to inch my car forward. What? Is that a crime? I mean,
it would depend
honestly,
where it goes.
Who's committing the crime there?
The person who started is the one blocking the right of way. Right. Hazardous material or blocking the right of way, hazardous material on a roadway, whatever. They should all be arrested.
I'm feeling threatened because they are attacking my car.
You're simply driving down the road, which you have a legal right to do.
Right.
They don't have a legal right to block the traffic.
Right.
And they should be arrested for that. I would be hard pressed to arrest somebody inching forward. If they came through, and ran them over, different story. But somebody trying to get to work and kind of nudging their way through traffic, I would arrest the person that's trying to stop the car.
Right. So would you arrest the people that ganged up on the ICE officers in Chicago?
Hell yeah.
And threatened them? And
they're very fortunate they didn't get shot. Everyone... I need to take a breath. Everyone
I may have
that
done
is
this on purpose.
attacking these ICE officers, seriously, they're doing a job. They're standing in line, and you're throwing rocks at them and trying to hit them with bats and stuff. They have a right to defend their life, to defend their safety. And if they shoot somebody that's doing that, I have no issue with it.
Well,
if you want to peacefully protest, you stand on a curb, hold your sign, and chant your chants. When you're interfering with somebody's safety or doing something that's going to put them at risk, they have every right to stop you.
Right.
We only have one good way of doing that.
Right. Well, and you're not going to throw rocks at them or stop them from doing their job or whatever when they arrest the rapist that's getting ready to rape your daughter.
Well, what are they defending? What are they defending? They're defending criminals.
Right.
And you're going to throw a rock at an ICE officer. I'm sorry, that is going to be met with deadly force.
Yep.
I don't see any other way to justify that.
But when you have a governor,
he needs to be arrested.
That says, we will not comply.
Right.
Okay, you're not listening to your constituents, dude, because these people are thanking those officers for being there and getting this trash off the street.
But they keep saying there's no problem in Chicago.
Okay, well, you tell
our
those
people
parents,
don't want you here.
Right. You tell those parents that have lost teenage boys and girls just because they're walking to school.
Right.
So, yeah, you go tell yourself that, dude.
That's why I
go
say
tell yourself that, dude. And I'm going to tell you what. Here's what's going to come out. And we don't have a lot of time because Alex is here. Here's what's going to come out. They keep saying that crime statistics are going down. The crime statistics are being changed.
Yeah.
Okay? They are not reporting crime as it should be. They are reporting what should be classified as felonies. They're dumbing them down to misdemeanors, and so that they don't have to report it that way. And so if you even remotely believe when anybody says that crime is going down right now, then I have some marshland I'd like to sell you that you could build $1 million house on because you will believe anything.
Milwaukee is not even on the list of the guard coming in to help out. And you think those people up there don't want help?
Oh, my God.
And I'm not bad-mouthing the Milwaukee Police Department.
No,
because they're doing their job.
Right.
They have a mess up there, but at least they're working.
Yeah.
And I think they would gladly accept the help. And I know the people of Milwaukee would gladly accept the help.
Hey, I hate to tell you, every town...
Every big city
wanted help.
For sure.
Every town wants help.
Why haven't we taken over Portland yet?
Well,
they're attacking a federal building. They're
Because
holding
sometimes-
it under siege.
Because sometimes you have to just let them eat their own, too.
Well, it's
so
an
we'll
easier
see
way
what
to clean up the
happens.
mess.
Right. We'll see what happens out there. But in the
So-
meantime, I mean, sorry, but the people that actually live in Chicago are happy for the
Oh,
help.
yeah.
So you keep telling yourself that, Gov. You keep telling yourself that you
Well, you
know
know what?
better, but you don't, because
If-
you walk around with security and you walk around with all those people, and these poor families. You know, they've lost babies, they've
Yeah.
lost children, they've lost moms and dad. Like, they're
Purely innocent.
purely innocent. So, yeah, knock it off. You know you need the help.
I'm going
Suck
to
it
say
up.
this.
Uh-oh.
If you are going after law enforcement, trying to solicit a response, you better not complain about the one you get.
Right.
Because you're going to get a
You're
response.
gonna get a response.
And you're not going to like it.
And you're supposed to.
Right.
Sorry.
Let them do their job. You can complain. You can protest. I'm not going to try and stop it. You have every right to do that. But when you're interfering with their safety or somebody else's, you're going to get a response.
And you know what else, too? Well, here's what they don't think of. So if there's some, like, super crazy right-wing person that wants to come in and hurt one of those super crazy left-wing protesters, the cops will protect the protesters
Yeah.
from the super crazy right-wing person, too. So they forget that the cops go both ways. They will
Right.
protect whoever from whatever, including themselves. So it's
Yeah.
just crazy because they don't, the reason why they don't expect any retaliation is because generally we don't retaliate. We actually get things done and solve problems.
Right.
We don't just go out on the street and talk about it. So there's a big difference in
Yeah,
the...
we've been saying it for years. Law enforcement doesn't see in black and white.
Nope.
We live and work in a gray world. When we get a call, we go help whoever needs the help. We go arrest the bad guy. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter what sex they are. It doesn't matter what religious beliefs you have. We go do our job. And trying to drag us through the mud on this, you're wrong.
And let me tell you something. They damn well better wear masks. Because
Yeah,
they've
it's
got to
safe for
protect.
'em.
Yeah, they've got to protect their families too.
Well, not just protect their family, protect themselves.
Yeah.
They're not throwing water at them.
No.
It's a vile job.
Yeah.
And
it's
those
just,
people
yeah.
that are protesting they're
Vile people.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't
Well-
do it on the radio.
You can't. You cannot. I'm just saying, y'all need to just stop. They're doing
Yep.
their job. Anyway,
Well,
but we have a lot of cool things to talk about with Alex. Alex is going to, I know, nope, you're cut off. I'm going to turn the microphone off. No, we've got Alex coming up next again for Main Street Messages. She's going to talk a little bit more about the depth of the bid and how it works and, all things bid. And then, like I said, next week we've got a really special guest. So we're excited about that. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Main Street Messages with Alex, brought to you by the Lake Geneva bid. Otherwise, that's it for Life Matters. We will see you next week right here on Lake 96.1.
Main Street Messages with Alex, brought to you by the Lake Geneva Business Improvement District.
All right, sweetheart, you've had your fun. Now let's get down to serious business.
All right, Alex is here again this week. How are you?
Keeping busy.
We
Staying
are
alive.
busy. Hey, listen, we're super busy, and we're in a hurry today because we got to get back to the second day of Oktoberfest here in downtown Lake Geneva. Remind everybody again what's going on this afternoon. Well, from this morning. Starts at 11 and all afternoon.
Yeah, we're just action-packed all day. We have over 40 vendors. We have a great kids area with pumpkin giveaways while supplies last.
Right.
And it's getting down there.
It is, I'm sure.
So we have dog races that are super fun that you're
Super
emceeing.
fun.
Yes.
I love the dog races.
Yes,
Stein
lots of
hoisting again?
Stein hoisting, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, yeah.
And then we have the added competitive sport of pie eating from Lake Geneva Pie Company.
Did you have breakfast this morning?
I have not. I've been prepping all day.
Good. You should.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to need, because you're small. And so you're going to need a lot of room for this pie.
I
think you can win.
I keep rationalizing that the sugar high will keep me going until
sure.
the end of the day.
Oh,
so
for
that's,
sure.
that's why I signed up. It's going to be fine.
Listen, there's a celebrity pie eating contest portion of this pie eating contest, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see these guys. We're not even going to tell you again because we told you last week who was going to be there, and so, but just trust me when I say there's people like Matt Steinbrink, and hold on. We have Matt Steinbrink. We have, Steve Schrader. We have Anthony. We have lots of people that you guys know that you will be definitely wanting to come and cheer for / heckle while
Probably
they
bet
are
against us, but I didn't hear it though. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, but tons of stuff all day long. So as soon as we're done here, everybody's going down there to start getting ready for the second day of Oktoberfest. But in the meantime, first we're going to talk about the bid, and we're going to talk about what people see that you do, the actual physical things that people see that you guys do. It's not just flower pots. There's a lot more to it than that. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So really in our wheelhouse, it is everything that you see in that downtown. It is cleaning streets sometimes. It is replacing benches. We had a great bench RFP that just went out, and we're redoing all of them from a local vendor who's fantastic to work with. We do the murals that we were talking about last episode, and that's a big part of our budget planning. And then we do the promotional things. You see the festivals.
Right.
We're decking out the town for holidays, and getting people engaged to have that local Christmas feel that we all crave, because big box is great for whatever it's worth, but we're a small downtown, locally owned businesses, and we want you here celebrating our lives.
Right.
So the holidays are a big deal for us.
That is a big deal. So you guys also do some of the promotions downtown during the holidays, and all summer long. So talk about some of those.
Yeah. So again, we're a mom and pop shop essentially ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're not this big fancy marketing agency by any means, but we do a lot of local campaigns. We really want to focus on, our local community as well as our tourists, and, meld that together. So we do different things, like we do a lemonade crawl every day that's, free to join.
Right.
This last year we did charge a little bit just so that we knew who was coming.
Exactly.
And 100% of those proceeds went back to charity. So
Nice.
yeah, we don't keep
How
any
did
of the
that do,
funds.
by the way? I never checked back in about the lemonade crawl, but I will say this, that I can't remember the mom's name.
Valerie Road.
Valerie.
Yeah.
She won something from here and brought all the kids in and mentioned the lemonade crawl. And we were like, oh, you guys are the lemonade crawl people. And then that was right before it. And then I never checked back with you to see how it went.
It went fantastic.
Awesome.
So we're probably going to be doubling the tickets for next year because we sell out immediately.
Right.
Sell out is,
right. Give out.
Relative. Yeah. Give out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had 275 people, and that's mostly
lot.
adults, and then they're bringing their kids.
Yeah.
So, and then this last year we added a picnic in the park that had food trucks. I will say this candidly, we had kids karaoke, which isn't going to be coming back next year.
No.
As much as I love children. We'll have other opportunities for fun.
Adult karaoke is bad enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever heard a 7-year-old sing Linkin Park, that's
oh dear,
that's a fun time.
Okay, all right. Now I kind of want you to bring it back, actually,
right?
But
but yeah, no, we have multiple businesses that participate. We had 25 this year, and they just throw themselves into it, and it's very locally driven. It's on, this past year it was on a Wednesday afternoon, and it's after the kids usually go back to school in Illinois, so it is a very locally driven campaign, and we just want to celebrate those last days of summer.
Yeah. That's that's a completely new and unique event.
Oh yeah,
too.
and it came because of those kids.
Because of those kids, that's exactly right. And so I love that Lake Geneva loves to do, again, these niche type things. We have, Galua puts on Women's Weekend, in the spring, and you guys do so many different things. The JC's with Venetian Fest, which may or may not be, something that more small towns have, but I think that we have just the perfect setting for these things. But part of the reason why we have the perfect setting for these things is because you guys also keep everything super pretty.
Well, thank you. Yes. And, some of the events that we do, like our wine walk, which is coming up November 3rd.
Right.
November 2nd. I'm sorry. They all blend together.
It's okay,
yeah. But we do our wine walks. We do different shopping excursions throughout the year. All of that goes back into the community. And, our businesses really pour their hearts into it. And, there's a saying with small downtowns that when you have a locally owned business, for every dollar you spend, almost 90 cents goes back into the community.
Right.
Versus, if you were at a franchise, you're getting about 36 cents to that dollar. So it's
If
coming
that.
back.
Right.
Yeah, it comes back over and over again. So that's our whole motive.
So Wine Walk is coming up.
Yes.
We are. You're smiling.
I love it. It's my favorite. And
Okay.
it's
Talk about why.
It's and we do 2 wine walks. We do one in spring. So to get us out of that, winter blues situation,
right.
which is always fun. But then fall is the kickoff to holiday season.
Yeah.
You get all the early deals for all the shopping, and there are bags upon bags on these women's hands.
Oh, cool.
So, and guys too, of
Atta
course.
girls.
Yes.
Right. And so how many participants usually, talk about the wine walk a little bit. How many people are involved in that?
So we sell out at 500 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, and we sell out, especially the fall ones. So, and when that started, it started out before my time. And I want to say that it was like a 200 person start, but we are one of the largest wine walks in Wisconsin.
Nice.
So yeah, I did one in my previous community in Kenosha, and they keep theirs small and intimate, but a lot more space there.
Right. Well, sure.
So you need that control.
Right.
But here, people, really like to browse and shop, so it keeps it well paced, and it's just a fun day to watch. These people come and eat breakfast.
Right.
Sometimes they stay overnight the night before. They are shopping. They're enjoying entertainment. There's different specials going on. I know that Cornerstone had done a trunk show once during it.
Right.
So businesses are always trying to make it unique every time, and we have some of the best wines because,
of course, hello.
Yeah, one of our major sponsors is the Bottle Shop.
No.
And one of my hard jobs is to taste it to figure out which one should be coming to town.
Shoot.
So we really make sure we do premium brands,
The
quality.
sacrifices you make.
I know, right?
I mean, really.
It is a hard job.
It is tough. It is very tough. But again, we go back to that. Lake Geneva is really the perfect setting.
Yes.
For these things. I mean, it just, and especially the beginning of November. Come on, we're right at the tail end of fall, not quite into winter yet. Everything is beautiful anyway. And then, we kind of seem to be having a little bit of a late fall because it was so warm there at the beginning of October. And so it's the perfect setting. Are the tickets still available?
For right now, yes.
Okay.
We're about halfway sold out. But I'll tell you probably within the next couple of weeks, they'll be gone.
Sure. So where can people get tickets to the wine walk?
So if you visit our website on downtownlakegeneva.org-wine walk, it's straightforward button to click on it. You can get it on Eventbrite directly as well. So, and then we have almost 30 businesses participating this year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And so it's not just Main Street, it's all over.
It is all over downtown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then what?
So then
What do we do Black Friday? Do you guys do anything on Black Friday?
Well, we do our Christmas tree lighting downtown.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that kicks off our, it's called Shop Small Weekend. So we do it all weekend long. We have Black Friday shopping deals. We do our window decorating contest where these businesses take it so seriously. They're asking me what they can do, who else is competing in June.
Right.
So they're prepping for this every year. And
that's funny.
They really do it for the bragging rights. And we have a funny trophy that we do rotating now. And so we make a big deal out of it.
Right.
And yeah, that kicks off, the holiday season for us.
Right.
And then the next week goes into that electric Christmas parade that's downtown. And we just want to keep something active every week during the holidays.
Now, I know it's only mid-October and we're already talking about these things, but that's okay because for the next couple weeks, we're going to talk about some other things that have to do with the bid and, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and businesses and things like that. So we have a plan. We know we're talking about events that you don't want to talk about before Halloween. Too bad. We're talking about them anyway. But there's just everything on the calendar that you could possibly imagine.
You got to plan your visit here.
That's right.
So.
That's absolutely right. So that's awesome. So beautiful because of you guys. Lots of events because of you guys. And today in particular is a big day because it's the last day of Oktoberfest. We have to get out of here and we have to go over there and we have to start getting the beer ready.
We'll see you at the tent.
We absolutely will. Alex, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Coming up next, more music right here on Lake 96.1.